This is Pastor Roger L. Green, Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there. Be blessed.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Good afternoon, Central Louisiana. I'm Jack, and this is a special afternoon edition of the Let's Talk show here on the Urban Cast. Today's conversation is made possible by our silver sponsor, Acadian Ambulance. Guess who I'm talking today? Acadian Ambulance. We appreciate their continued commitment to creating real opportunities and investing in our community. This afternoon, we are talking about opportunity, a pathway into the medical field that doesn't take years to get started. A chance to gain hands-on skills, earn your certification, and step directly into a career that makes a difference. The National EMS Academy, in partnership with Acadian Ambulance, is bringing that opportunity to Alexandria with a 12-week EMT training program starting June the 1st, 2026. They are also hosting an open house on April the 28th, giving the community a chance to learn more and meet instructors and see the equipment firsthand. That's why this conversation matters. We're joined today by Lindsey Leger, National EMS Academy Recruiter, to talk about what this program offers and how to take the next step. If you're watching live, drop your question. Lindsey gonna answer it for you. We may bring them directly into the conversation. Lindsey, I'll let you introduce yourself today.
Sure, yeah. My name is Lindsey Leger. I am a recruiter here at Acadian Ambulance and with the National EMS Academy. And we're just here to talk to you today a little bit about the open house and the upcoming EMT class.
Mm-hmm. For those who may not be familiar with what the National EMS Academy is and what do you all do, can you kind of jump into that for us real quick?
Yeah, sure. So the National EMS Academy, we are a company, Acadian company, and we are affiliated with South Louisiana Community College. So of course, you know, it is accredited university, and we provide training for anyone who's looking to get into the emergency medical services. So we have EMT classes, EMR classes, and paramedic classes as well. They offer continuing education and just different things throughout the academy. So that was just a little touch on the little bit that they do at the National EMS Academy.
Okay, all right. What makes this EMT program in Alexandria a strong opportunity for people here in Central Louisiana?
Well, it's to be a part of the Acadian companies, I'll be honest. You start off at the National EMS Academy. I mean, they have a very high, it's over the national average of pass rate. So you're already setting yourself up for success with that. And then it's job opportunity after that. So of course, you know, we're going to be in the class. We're going to be talking to you, helping you out the whole time. And then from there, we're going to be offering you a position before you even finish the class. Wow. So yeah, as long as you can pass that national registry, if you want to do this, you want to work with us, we want to work with you. So
I hear you. Who should be looking at this program? Is it geared toward recent graduates? I mean, we're in the graduation space right now. Or is it people who are looking at career changes, or, you know, just anybody who's looking for a job, you know?
All of the above. So basically, I mean, you have to have the want to be in the medical profession, right? So if you are finishing high school and you're not quite sure if you're ready for that 4-year university, this is a 12-week course. We can get you in. We can get you started on your career path. And then from there, you know, if you decide you want to go back to college, we do have like part-time opportunities as well as full-time. So they make it very capable for you to continue on with education after the fact. So, you know, maybe if you're not just getting out of high school, you're in college and you're like, I don't know if I'm in it yet. I just want to do something now. 12 weeks. That's all it takes.
12 weeks. Less
Yep.
than the Army's basic training, and you're
You're in. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. What can students expect to learn during the 12 weeks of EMT training?
You know, there you would think 12 weeks, I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same stuff, but there's so much that they pack into those 12 weeks. But you're going to be learning things. Obviously, you're going to be CPR certified, but they're going to basically drill that into your head and how not to be nervous in a situation where you walk into a home and somebody may not be breathing. They're
Hmm.
going to have you do that scene size up. You're going to realize, every your surroundings around you. You're going to start CPR. You're also going to learn airway management. So in that certain situation, you're going to be doing artificial ventilation. So things such as that. You're also going to learn how to use an AED. As an EMT, you use an AED.
Hmm.
And that's just a small amount of things at the very beginning that you're going to learn. But there's tons and tons else that'll be very helpful in the training.
Oh, wow. How important is the hands-on experience in preparing students for these real life situations that y'all deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Honestly, like in my opinion,
Hmm.
hands-on is the way I learn. So it helps me actually kind of feel like I'm in that certain situation. Like you're in the class and you have, they say a name, they give you an age, and
Hmm.
they kind of tell you what's going on, or like they just let you walk in and then you have to start asking the questions. So you're learning a medical assessment. You're doing everything as you would in the field
Hmm.
in what we call a sim live scenario with an
Hmm.
instructor, so
Hmm.
that they can help you kind of see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and so that way you can get comfortable in the situation, so you're not nervous in those real life situations.
Hmm. Hmm. Can you give us, I'm really getting into this. Can you give us an example of the skills students will practice during this training? Just practical. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, okay. So let's just think we're gonna go trauma.
Hmm.
So the scene, like they'll come in, you'll open the door, and there'll be like a patient on the ground. They're
Hmm.
gonna say this person was involved in a two vehicle accident.
Hmm.
It was a rollover, and go. And so you come in and you're like, gloves on, scene safe. Let's go. And you're looking at your surroundings. You look at the mechanism of injury. What could possibly be happening? And then
Hmm.
you start that assessment. You're looking at the airway, you're looking at the breathing. Then you go to the circulation. We call that the ABCs.
Hmm.
So, I mean, technically, that's what you want to focus on, because obviously, if it's a rollover, there's probably more than likely going to be an injury.
Right.
So you're already just looking for those main things before you kind of get into just that regular assessment. But at that point, they already taught you how to what we call load and go.
Hmm.
So you're going to be learning like those trauma assessments and
Hmm.
how to feel for decrepitous and how to bandage wounds, how to stop the bleed. So it's just in those real life situations where you have to move fast, think fast. This hands-on training is the perfect way to get you into it, and it just prepares you for what you're going to see out there.
Right. So it sounds almost like something everybody ought to be required to know anyway.
You know, yeah, seriously. 12 weeks and like on it, you can just driving down the
Yeah,
interstate,
just it ought to be a part of
accident,
yeah, part of PE or something, in high school.
like
Once someone completes the program, what opportunities are available right after, I'm done with the 12-week program? What opportunities are there for me?
Well, like I said, I'll be there throughout the course. So the 12
Mhm.
week class, I'm there quite a few times. I'm talking to them about the job opportunities. We basically tell them, once you pass, we're going to have everything ready to go for you so that you can start in our next orientation. So as long as they have everything done, they could start as little as a week after getting their certification,
Mhm.
up to 2 weeks. I mean, depending on how fast they can get their stuff done. But I mean, we'll have them ready to go and ready to start going to orientation and getting those clearing rides.
Okay, so how quickly can graduates begin working, especially with Acadian?
Like 1 week. If
Uh,
you finish, you get that the national registry, it says either pass or fail.
mhm.
If as long as you get that pass,
Mm-hmm.
You have to file for your state license at that point. And
Mm-hmm.
then once we have all that stuff and we've done your background check, your drug screen, and your lift test,
Uh-huh.
you're in. You can start on our next the Monday that we have orientation. So
Wow.
like about a week or two.
Wow. 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 What does long-term growth look like after becoming an EMT?
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that's going to depend on the individual. I can
Right.
tell you the routes that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So you come in as an EMT. So you can do EMT. The next step would be paramedic. And then from paramedic, what we call the critical care technician.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be dealing with more of the patients on ventilators, things of that sort. And then, of course, from there, if you're interested, you're not scared of heights, we do have airmen. So we have those flight medics.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have management opportunities. So if you don't want to continue onto that route, onto going into the air, the sky, the limit kind of thing, we do have management opportunities. We have education opportunities where you can actually teach EMTs and paramedics.
Mm-hmm.
And depending if you wanted to, kind of move out of the area or stay in central Louisiana, there's, corporate and administrative positions as well. So Acadian is I say a large but very small company where we all kind of take care of each other. And just getting in here, you decide your journey at that point.
Right. It was interesting when I was on the first, I was down in Marksville, and your team was down there with the high school day and the day that they had everything open. But it was just interesting to talk to all of the guys and just to look at the logistics of making an ambulance service work. It takes a lot of different parts and lots of different people with lots of different backgrounds to make it happen. So that was really interesting to see that happen. For those who want to learn more before committing, tell us about the open house you guys are having on the 28th.
Yeah, okay. So the open house is just like what it is. It's like when you kind of go to your
Mm-hmm.
freshman and you go to high school, you go to this open house.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn about Acadian. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to learn about the course itself, the National EMS Academy, and what you're going to be learning in the EMT class. The instructor is going to be out there. The operations team is also going to be out there, as well as myself. So we're going to talk to you about the actual class and then career opportunities afterwards. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to have a unit there with medics so that you can see exactly what equipment you'll be working with. They can kind of show you how to do the stretcher beforehand, just different things like that. And then also, like, if you have any questions about the tuition and the fees, we can go over all that with you
Mm-hmm.
and clear all that up and get you on board and feeling confident.
Mm-hmm. What can people expect, and why is it important to come out to the open house?
It's important because, like I said, if you have any questions or any doubts, we can
Mm.
clear that up for you.
Right.
Also, it is in Alexandria. It's at 1804 MacArthur. It's in that shopping mall behind Harbor Freight. That's where it's going to be located.
Mm-hmm.
It's the National EMS Academy. I think if you look it up, it'll pop right up. But yeah, so we can just clear it up. We could talk about the fees. We could talk about the uniform. Like, we could talk about everything with you, where to get it, how to get it, and just get you feeling confident that
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be ready to, commit into this EMT class and this EMT role.
I think the first time when you and I talked, I think it was a question about 17-year-olds can actually participate in the program. They just can't get the certification until they turn 18. But for a young person that's have anything to do this summer, 17 years old, and mom and dad want to find somewhere for them to go, this would be an excellent thing for them to get ahead, in training and different things. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, we do have some 17-year-olds that go through the program.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're going to be turning 18 by the end of it, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do the course, you can do all that part. You just
Mm-hmm.
won't be able to get hired until you're 18 and get like those credentials. But I mean, all the education portion will be done, so that
Right.
way you just have to test and go from there. So.
Okay. Well, look, I'm just sitting here thinking as a parent, what can I put this 17-year-old? Where can I send him this summer and it's meaningful? You know what I mean?
It's a very educational camp, so to speak.
What does the class of when does the class officially begin, and what should people know about the orientation and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so the EMT class in Alexandria is going to start on June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
We have orientation days on it's like May 19th and 20th. You choose whichever one that you would prefer. And then from there, as long as you attend one of those, you'll just show up to the class and you'll start your education journey right there. And we'll get you into the medical field and working as an EMT in 12 weeks. It's 2 days. The class is 2 days a week, by the way, and it's only for 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
So you can still hold like a job while going to the course.
Mm-hmm.
And they make it interesting. So you're never going to be bored in the class. I can assure you that.
Lindsey, here's a question coming from the audience out there. They want to know, what are the fees associated with the program?
Yeah, so tuition fees are about $1,900. And then they also have additional fees, like you would need the book, you need the uniform, the boots, like different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, they will have a rundown of that in the
Mm-hmm.
class, so you know exactly what you'll be spending.
Mm-hmm.
Also, though, just so you know, Acadian offers opportunity for tuition reimbursement. So if you were wanting to get your education paid for,
Mm-hmm.
we do have that for you as well. It would be a 2-year service agreement, but
Mm-hmm.
if you sign the 2-year agreement with Acadian, they're going to pay you back that $1,900 for your tuition.
Okay. All right. All I got to do is be serious about this thing, and really, it doesn't cost me anything at the end of the day.
And even from there, once you're in with Acadian, you're going to be a full-time employee, right? So if you're like, I want to go to paramedic school, I just don't know if I can afford it. Well, that's okay, because, there's opportunities for that too. You can sign another agreement with Acadian. That's gonna void your EMT contract, and you're gonna get the paramedic one,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get that paid for as well. So you can get your EMT and your paramedic and only pay the fees that are like with testing and books. You won't pay the tuition.
Wow. If someone was looking to register right now, how can they do that today?
Okay, well, it's super simple. All you have to do is go to the website, and it's all one word: www.becomeamedic.com. So literally becomeamedic.com, and you can go and you can register for those classes. It is open. If you have any questions, you can come to this open house on the 28th from 6 to 8, and we'll gladly run through that with you guys. And we'd be happy to get y'all in-house and let y'all know a little bit more about Acadian and what we can offer you.
Cool. And where yeah, I think there's an RSVP for the open house, or to get more information. So what do they need to do to RSVP for the?
Well, you can go to the website, and I think there are some flyers that they maybe have sent out. But for the most part, all you have to do, you don't necessarily have to RSVP to show up. You can just show up. So yeah, it's 1804 MacArthur Drive, sorry. And it's the National EMS Academy. It's in the back of Harbor Freight. Just please walk on in, come in.
Right.
Even if you can't get there at 6 o'clock, that's okay. You can come at 7. Just make,
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. It's not like you're going to be late or anything like that. It's just from 6 to 8.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, here's another, this appeared to be extremely important, to be bringing this education somewhere really close for folks, specifically here in Alexandria, Pineville, is just normal commute. And for everyone else in central Louisiana, just a commute into Alexandria for the program. How does, from Acadian's perspective, how does bringing this program to Alexandria, in your opinion, how does that impact our local communities?
Well, I mean, honestly, giving people opportunity for careers at that point, and that's changing people's lives in itself. So, we're giving them opportunities to go out there and just, maybe not in that central district, but in every surrounding area around it, we are helping people, and we're committed to, always increasing the bar and showing up when needed. So, of course, that in itself and being there for the community, learning how to save people's lives within the community, that itself to me is rewarding, and it's a perfect opportunity for you if that's what you're looking to do. So.
Right. Well, what do you say to someone who's been thinking about healthcare, or something in the EMS arena, but they've been thinking about it, but they're on the fence. They haven't made that move yet. What do you say to them?
Do it. Do it. It's 12 weeks. It sets you up for so many more opportunities. The pathways, at least if you get that EMT certification, it's going to be up to you at that point. So if you are thinking like, well, maybe I want to be a nurse, well, you can become an EMT. You can become a paramedic. There's now bridge programs from paramedic to RN. So you can work the whole time, not put yourself in this student financial debt, because you'll be working and most of your schools will be paid for if you sign the contracts. And then you can get that RN. You can go work on a helicopter. Like, it just opens your world up, and honestly, it just sets you up for success.
Right. I know. I remember speaking to Dr. James over at LSUA, and she talked about the bridge programs that you are referring to now. So all of that, the training that you're getting within your spectrum over there, all of that's transferable to various nursing programs. I know here at LSUA they are transferable. So they take a look at what you've done, the real world training that you've got, turn it into college parts of your college transcript. So everything that you've done, it isn't in vain. So it's a good first start.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then a lot of those medics who are working with Acadian and they're getting all that experience, I mean, they're going out there, and like that, the hospital setting is going to be more, not easier, not whatsoever, but it's just going to be quite a bit different. So less calm, less chaos, more structured. So, I mean, you're able to handle that. Those stressful situations that you may feel in those situations, you'll be like, oh, okay, well, I've dealt with, screaming people behind me, and I've done this. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah, you guys have to be some special people to deal with what we observe out on the scene sometimes, because I tell you, it's very interesting sometimes. That's for sure. Liz, if someone is watching right now and they are interested, and what is the most important next step thing they need to do right now?
Okay. So if you were interested and you want to start that class on June 1st, register. Go to the website, www.becomeamedic.com, and register for the class. Pick your orientation date. From there, we can answer any questions or anything. But, if you're already registered, you're going to be getting this information. You're going to get these sheets of what to expect, what to do this, what we need. And you're going to be prepared, so that way on June 1st, you can start that class.
Okay. All right. Well, Lindsey, anything that we forgot to ask you about? I know I picked your mind today, but did we forget anything that you need to say? Hey, Jack, I need to say this.
I mean, I guess the only thing I would just close with, I mean, we pretty much covered everything, but
Okay. All right.
I didn't really touch a whole lot on how rewarding the job is. But like to go to a scene and watch somebody's face change because help is there, and the calm kind of come in, you see the heart rate go down, you see different things, just to be that person, that voice of reason, and that hope for them. That feeling right there is what most people are looking for in a career. And I can tell you that we see it day in and day out. And so if that's, that interests you, that piques your interest, please, by all means, go ahead and register for that class, because we'd love to have you on board with us.
All right. Lindsey, we truly appreciate you joining us this afternoon and sharing this opportunity with Central Louisiana. This is more than just a class. It's a direct path into a career that serves the people. And at the end of the day, it saves lives. Here, the details: the open house is going to be held Tuesday, April 28, 2026, from 6 to 8 p.m. at 1804 MacArthur Drive, Suite 590, right here in Alexandria. The day the class starts on June the 1st, 2026. The orientation is on either May 19th or May 20th. Again, Lindsey reminded us a few minutes ago, www.becomeamedic.com is where we go get started and that kind of thing. To our viewers, thank you for being a part of this conversation. Share this, especially with all of the graduating seniors this year. Make sure someone may see it and be able to take part in it. Someone might be looking for that next opportunity. A special thank you to you guys over there at Acadian, our silver sponsor, and to our business partners, Sadler's Toys, Long Products, Legendary Kung Fu and Tai Chi, the Threadhead Embroidery, Elegance Beauty Supplies, and Old Mills Farm. We'll see you next time. Matter of fact, we're going to see Acadian again on Thursday at 2 o'clock. We're going to be talking a little about another subject at 2 o'clock on Thursday. Looking forward to that conversation as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us, Jack. It was a pleasure.
And anytime. Hold on one second. I'm going to end this stream.
This is Pastor Roger L. Green, Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there. Be blessed.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.